Welcome once again to my semi-daily, mostly comic, semi-review, semi-show, Sanctuary of Reality. Today is High Society Chapter 24. It's the penultimate chapter. In issue 49 of Cerebus, Cerebus' 6 crises. Crisis number 5, The Last Stand. Astoria runs things, while Prime Minister Cerebus sleeps off a few bottles of Borealan whiskey. She's doing a very good job of keeping everything afloat, considering the poor state of things, when her ex-husband, Lord Julius, drops by the war room and stirs things up. Cerebus eventually awakens and staggers out among them. Sergeant Preston, declaring that Cerebus has been doped, seizes a mop bucket from one of Blakely's cleaners and dumps the contents out onto Cerebus, which sends everybody fleeing from the smell of wet fur. Well, all but Astoria. She seems to be used to it. Sobered up, Cerebus changes clothes and learns from Astoria of the situation. The 4 countries they owe money to are going to annex East, and the 2 of them have been offered political asylum in Lower Felda, where Astoria already has plans to regroup Cerebus's power and position. Cerebus is reluctant to flee, especially when he learns of the Sifis being repelled in the lower city. Later, when they're preparing to depart, Cerebus chooses to instead stay behind until the Sifis arrive. And once they do get there, he takes his sword and goes out to meet them in battle. Will Prime Minister Cerebus survive his last stand? This is another standout issue. It requires a great deal of interaction on the part of the reader to keep up with the full 360-degree shifting of pages representing Cerebus's drunken state. I know it's a bit difficult when you're dealing with the phone book, because at this point the book's a little unwieldy. You got this big, thick side, and you got the real thin side, and you're like, ooh, look at that. I could show F minus kid over there, or whatever the heck his name is, show him doing it. But at this point, you get the point. So it's a bit weird looking. If you're reading this in public, you're like, why are you reading it? Wait, you looking at a centerfold? What? No. So yeah, I can see some of your issues with this. But if you're reading it in PDF format, or of course in the original issues, it's a lot less goofy. The PDF format, you can just hit the rotate option at the top and adjust the orientation. And if you're reading it on a tablet, that's a lot, that's kind of cool actually. But the point is, it's truly unique and it spices things up a bit. I can't really think of many other comics that have done that particular kind of thing. Not too many. None spring to mind at the moment. Maybe, I don't know, Promethea or something like that. But that's so many years later. So this is definitely a pioneering series. As I said earlier, this is the penultimate chapter of High Society, and in a lot of ways, it's really the true climax of the book. Everything has been on leading up to this particular moment, and next issue is more of sort of the downswing, the epilogue. In fact, the title is essentially makes it quite clear if it's literary instance. But it's in a lot of ways it's metaphorically like Cerebus getting the water dumped on him. Everything looks normal. You see, there's wars going on. Cerebus is dealing with factions, and there's the money issues. All this stuff has been been in full swing all this time, and then all of a sudden Cerebus and the story are fleeing. So like they just put a period in on it. They end ending the sentence, and so it's not too abrupt or sudden, but it is a little. I can see why you could feel this conclusion doesn't have the quite kick to it that you would expect it to have. And as for the very end of this particular issue, you really won't get it fully unless you read issues 8 and 9 from like the first book, because this is the book building on its excellent continuity and its excellent back history to build on to make its present rather. So yeah, this is a very good issue for a lot of different reasons. Next time, High Society concludes.